Okay, so we're going back to basics here. We want to look at the short patterns first. So we have an S2L, an S3L, and an S1C there. Here's S2L, here's S3L, and the S1C is just this string shape here, bottom definer string shape, but repeated on the top. So that's our C scale, and we played it. I got a sore wrist, so I got to not try to play things if I have an option not to. We go to the A box here now that shares these two frets with the C box, and then we have the A pattern, and that's going to be an S1A right there, S1 short there, and an S4L. S4L is over here. Where's S4L? Right here, sorry. 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4. So watch how easy this is. We just do an S1A from the fifth. In the key of C, the fifth is the G. That's the first dot. We just do an S1A and then an S4L. Right? Half whole, half whole, whole half, whole half. Ha ha ha. We have to warp up the 2, 3, 4. And that gives us a D-shaped chord up here. See, it puts that D in the lead. Puts that 4 in the lead right there. There it is. Zoom in on that. So we went 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we went 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4. And then the 5, 6 again on top. So just an S4L there with the warped up D. You see how that gave us our D shape in the lead? So caged also goes in 4 off the fourth. So if we're over here in the C cage, right? This C cage is also C cross A cross E. The E shape is the fourth, which is right here. So we got a C-shaped C and an E-shaped F. Okay, and then the G in that case is G-shaped. But on that F, when we take an E shape and we go to the right, okay, towards the smaller notes, towards the higher notes, advance that E in the word caged, and we get a D shape right there. A D-shaped, it would be a D-shaped F, so it would be right here. So we go from an E-shaped F to a D-shaped F. So oftentimes we're not dealing with the whole cage system. You'll see teachers going, here's C shape, or they'll start with D maybe. Here's D shape, here's C shape, and here's A shape, and here's G shape, and here's E shape. You see them go up the fretboard about this fast. It's not going to work that way. You're going to play between 1 and maybe 2 shapes at a time. Just take 2 shapes at a time. C goes to D because C goes to D because in caged, C goes to the A shape rather. But when you go to the fourth of that C, you're going to an E shape. So that E shape follows caged and goes to the A shape down here. So let me just close that up a little bit. You can hardly see it, but the E shape goes to the D shape in the word caged. Okay, I just had to take something out of the oven, some potatoes that I'm cooking up for dinner. Alright, so similarly with the G, so this is 1, 4, 5, but remember when C goes to E and E goes to C. So just think of it this way. The fifth of the C shape is the E shape. The fourth of the E shape is the C shape. The other way around. Sorry. The fourth of the C shape is the E shape, and the fifth of the E shape is the C shape, but really the fifth of E is B, but we call it the C shape. And the fourth of C is F, but we call it the E shape. Okay? That's how that works. Now, the fifth, okay, so we go C, you can play these on the piano, E, G. So if the fifth is the G shape here, 3, 5, 6, 7, 3, 5, starting on 3, it would be 3, actually the G shape would be like 3, 5, 7. Actually, we'd start on 5, 7, 2 to 5, but down here. Okay. The next cage shape up from G is what? E. So we get an E shaped fifth in the A box. It's a nice fifth to play. We're on the A box again. The fifth is going to be, let's say the fifth of the C box is, the fifth of C is G shape, the fifth of the C shape is G shape. Then we go in cage from C shape to A shape. The fifth of the A shape is E shape. Something like that. But remember the cage circle. Here's one that's close enough. It's not the cage circle, it's the circle of fifths. So in this case, this is a diatonic scale. Okay, so this has nothing to do with it. This is modal. This is modal. This is a good thing. It said the C cage is S1C, S3L, S2L. The D cage is S2L. You know what I'm saying? S4L, S3L, S2L, S1L. You see? So C starts with an S2L, D starts with an S3L, E starts with an S4L, and G starts with an S5L. That was just a little memory aid. You know, any kind of phenomena I can capture with a circle, I'll let you know. But most certainly, okay, this is the circle of string-shaped fifths. So as you can see, E goes to C, but the fifth of E is B, but it goes to C shape. So E shape goes to C shape. And when we're going the other way, it's in fourth. Fourth of G is C. Fourth of C shape is a diminished fourth. Reason? Not quite sure. It could be the tuning warp. It could be just the way things play out. I don't think it's the tuning warp because the violin doesn't have a tuning warp. But if I implement the same string shape system in the violin, I still had C going to E shape and E going to C shape. Magic circles, start a new shape. We're not going to get into that today, but it does work. It works, depending on where you start that new shape. Anyway, the older, you know, just one example would be, here's a C shape pentatonic. Okay, now if I want to start that same pentatonic way up here on the third string, so we're going to go, oh whoa, look at that. It became a D string when I started it from the third string from the top, fourth string from the bottom, right? It became a D string. Well, guess what? If I go up in fifths from that D string, I go the fifth of D is G, the fifth of G is C. It gets me to that C shape once again on top. If I go down in fourths, the fourth of D is G, the fourth of G is C. Okay, the fourth of C is E. Now that didn't work out. Let's see where we made a mistake here.